Hey, this is Brian from Worldwide Stereo coming to you from our showroom in Montgomeryville, PA to chat about Focal's flagship full-range headphones, the new Utopias. With a proprietary beryllium driver that goes from 5 to 50,000 hertz, these headphones will rock your socks and steal your audio-loving heart. Let's chat it up and I'll run through the features and what I found after listening and experimenting for close to 50 hours. Focal has been designing and developing benchmark acoustic equipment for over 40 years in France. Fun fact, they were founded the same year Worldwide Stereo opened our first location in 1979. Their speakers can be found in homes, recording studios, your car, and even your boat. Focal released their first high-fidelity headphone, Spirit One, in 2012, and 10 years later, they're introducing their latest full-range headphones, the Utopia. I can't wait to talk to you about my experience with these outstanding headphones. Now, before I get too far into the video, if you like our content and what I have to say, please like and subscribe to the Worldwide Stereo YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. You know, when you pick up a box and you go, is there a brick in this? Instead of headphones, it piques your curiosity. When I opened up these at our test bench in our custom install office, I had a group of people curious to see what was inside. The biggest question was, do headphones weigh this much? The answer is no. The headphones don't weigh that much, but the box, the accessories, the traveling case, all do. There were comical oohs and ahs as I explored the contents and all the fine details in the packaging. The box is a faux leather with an embossed Focal logo and a Utopia. It is lined so it opens smoothly and doesn't mark up anything. Inside, you'll then see the carrying case and then another box that contains the manual and the 3-meter 4-point XLR connection for those with a balanced headphone setup. Each component makes you go wow when it comes to the small details of the luxurious packaging. There's even silicone covers on the zippers to prevent them from marking up anything in the box before you open it. The traveling case has Utopias and the 1.5 meter connector with the standard 1/8-inch headphone plug, as well as a screw-on adapter to go from an 1/8 inch to a 1/4 inch. I like the screw-on feature because it secures the connection and makes sure it won't come loose while listening. The 1.5 meter cable also has a sturdy leather strap with an embossed Focal logo, balancing form and function by being a tool to properly wrap up your cables, and it looks good doing it. The Utopias are an open back headphone design. The benefits of the open back design technically are it allows for the drivers to have full decompression and they don't have to compensate for the resonance of an enclosed space. As for comfort, the open back design will breathe better and users tend to feel more comfortable wearing them for an extended period. Pardon the pun, but open back designs are also more open. Music isn't enclosed into a small space, so they make music feel open and airy, making you feel more in the music. Focal also did not pull any punches with the design aesthetic or the materials used. This is a genuine leather headband, forged recycled carbon yokes, that's this piece that slides into the headband, perforated lambskin memory foam, which is so comfortable, and this honeycomb grille to ensure openness for the drivers, while the center has a hint of a rich dark red surrounded by black chrome rings and matte blacks, highlighting the care put into the Utopia's gorgeous design. The Utopias are a real head turner. For reference, let's look at the aesthetic differences between the old Utopias and the brand new Utopias. The new Utopias, I feel, have a lot more character, a little bit more unique, and a lot more subtle flair to them, where the older Utopias have a lot more brightness to them, a lot more linear design. They're hefty for headphones, but when you wear them, they don't feel that way. With careful design, Focal was able to make the Utopias sturdy but comfortable. Something of this size can feel like it's a helmet more than headphones, but I'm amazed at how long I can wear them without feeling fatigue. Focal says they're designed for optimum comfort and to adapt to all head morphologies. I had to look up that last word too. It means the size and shape of a structure of an organism or of its parts. In short, they made sure the Utopia's fit is perfect for anyone who puts them on. Let's look at the spec sheet and think about what those mean. The Utopia's impedance are 80 ohms. This means they're on the higher end, meaning they'll need more power to pump up the volume. You don't fill a Bugatti with 87 unleaded, so don't sell yourself short by using just your phone to power these headphones. They're going to be hungry for power to perform. The Utopia sensitivity isn't terribly high at 104 dB. Usually the higher the sensitivity, the higher your chance of picking up noise from a lesser quality amplifier. If you're hearing distortion, that is most likely to be your gear than the track you're listening to. It can be really eye-opening. People who plug directly into a computer will hear the high frequency noise of a bad power supply interrupting a quiet acoustic track. The Utopias are a full range headphone that go from 5 Hz to 50,000 Hz. They're like wearing a pair of tower speakers on your head. Remember, the audible range that humans can detect sound is 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. But that doesn't mean you won't respond to the sensation of the pressure of your eardrums with infrasonic frequencies. There are tracks that you can stream that just play these infrasonic frequency bass notes. The one I used was the Lost Frequencies from Qobuz. I'm glad I can say I can still hear 10 Hz, but 5 Hz is below my range. The Utopias didn't wobble but played strongly at 10 Hz straight, and yes, I sat for a minute just listening to a 10 Hz frequency. It's a really weird sensation, you should try it out. Lastly, let's talk about the proprietary 40mm pure beryllium M-shaped dome. It's the first near-field, open-back, full-range driver that's been put into a headphone. While chatting with Focal, they told me it's capable of a 5mm excursion, which is why it's capable of hitting those low notes so well. The grills also follow the same contour, so there's equal distribution and distance. As with a lot of high-end speakers, Focal told me, yes, you should break them in. Around 70 hours, you'll see them properly warmed up and performing at their peak. Since I listened to them straight out of the box and then many hours of break-in later, I can tell you there is a performance difference. Utopias get better with age, much like me. Once you have them in that sweet spot, you'll want to take them everywhere. However, the Utopias may have a traveling case, but they're not designed to be quiet for everyone around you. They are open back headphones. The open back allows whatever you're listening to fill your environment. If you're jamming out to these on an airplane, there's a good chance that the person next to you would think you're listening to your speakers on your phone. Don't be that guy. Save them from when you can enjoy them alone. Also, the Utopias are not noise canceling. You will very much hear your environment with these headphones on. If you have a noisy air conditioner running or an active office, this will seep into whatever you're enjoying. Turn up the volume a little more and it may make all that disappear, and because Utopias are so smooth and have minimal distortion, your ears won't feel fatigue as quickly when you're listening to high volumes for longer periods of time. The leather ear pads also help when it comes to having them on for a while. The Utopia will truly sing with a dedicated headphone amplifier. You want something that can push them to their limits and perform to the high benchmark they've set. Pieces I think will match the quality and performance of the Utopia would be the named Unity Atom Headphone Edition, which has a headphone output dedicated to the 4-pin XLR connector that the Utopia have. The Macintosh MHA150, which has a dedicated impedance range to match the Utopia's 80 ohm impedance. Or if you're on the go, the iFi Audio IDSD Diablo to get the most out of your phone. Underpowering the Utopias will give you an underwhelming experience. Don't sell yourself short. I was honored to learn that the pair that I was given to test were one of the first to hit North America, and I was the third person to see them. My dog Oliver was the first dog to listen to them. He's a French Bulldog, so it counts. I tested them using my Macintosh MAC6700 as part of my 2-channel system, my Peachtree Audio Deco 2 for my home office setup, and the iFi Audio Go Bar for connecting them to my phone to see how they would work in each environment. I set up a playlist on Qobuz that I could access through my room server. The link to my playlist is in the description below, so feel free to give it a listen or give me some suggestions for tracks that may amaze me next time. By listening to the same tracks between all the different setups, let me see how the Utopia perform depending on the capabilities of the equipment they're connected to. The Macintosh MAC6700 provided the best performance for the Utopia, so that's where I did the majority of my listening tests. The iFi Go Bar handled the power rather well and was great to walk around, but didn't give me enough juice to see the Utopias rip. My Peachtree opened them up a little bit more and was great for when I was writing this review, but the Macintosh made them sing. I moved my chair a little closer because I was a little further than 1.5 meters away. I closed my eyes, laid my head back, and was swept away when I started a playlist of favorites. In tests like this, I slip between 2 types of listening: cerebral and pleasurable listening. For cerebral listening, I want to listen to tracks that have depth, instrumentation, and high production value. I want to be taken away by orchestral movements with sounds that swirl around my head like crescendos of a cymbal, small strumming of an acoustic guitar, and a pounding bass line. Play a multi-instrumental track with the Utopias and you'll feel where every instrument is in the room. And they don't play over each other or meld into a single sound. The separation is incredible and I don't feel that one portion overwhelms another. The harmony of sound is beautiful. A track that highlighted the Utopias incredibly well was a Loretta Lynn song called Still Woman Enough that she does with Reba McEntire and Carrie Underwood. It starts with Loretta by herself and an acoustic guitar. The guitar is strummed in your right ear, but Loretta's voice engulfs you. And almost 40 seconds in, the song kicks in with the bass guitar, and then Reba and Carrie come in with Loretta for the chorus with a 3-part harmony. And they're all singing, and you can hear each voice separately shining on their own, but the fiddle and the bass and the drums and the guitars were all there, not stepping on each other. You get an experience like this with Utopias because they are capable of creating an amazing soundstage that is both wide and deep. As for pleasurable listening, I'll listen to tracks that I've heard 100 times before. Sometimes it's like revisiting a friend who's told the same story, but maybe this time there will be a new flourish or nuance that never made it in before. I had a hell of a time exploring the new sounds in Walking on Broken Glass by Annie Lennox, a song I know I've heard 100 times before, but the Utopias hit differently. I heard all the little things that I missed in the 90s. The Utopias create a sound that makes you feel like the band is in the room with you, and everything is playing in perfect harmony. Pop them on, and you'll feel like Joe Strummer is singing a Rebel song right in front of you. The Utopias take the magic that was made in a recording studio and replay them at your home with great accuracy and reverence to the artist's intent. They continue the legacy of fine audio products from Focal, and the new driver highlights their innovation in the realm of headphones. You need to hear these for yourselves. Think about a couple of your favorite tracks and make a trek to our showrooms to experience them. Hearing is believing, and believe me, I'm having a hard time giving up this pair, so you can listen to them at Worldwide Stereo. Thank you for joining me for a review of Focal's flagship full-range headphones, the new Utopias. You can learn more about this online at worldwidestereo.com, or if you're in the area, you can stop by our showrooms in Ardmore or Montgomeryville, PA. We offer 60-day returns, free shipping on all orders, and we're authorized dealers for everything we sell. If you have any feedback or questions, leave them in the comments section below, or you can call or email us at any time. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. This is Brian from Worldwide Stereo. Thanks for tuning in.